questions that people have about business plans in general, how you're using this? Great. All right, so let's talk about presentations. So there are obviously a million different kinds of presentations. We're just going to talk about two kinds that are most commonly used by all of us. One is that, you know, really quick, how do I get somebody engaged and interested in what it is that I'm doing or might be doing? And the more formal, long-form presentation where you're trying to convince somebody to do something specific and you have a little bit more time. So what we're doing in both of those is figuring out how to tell our story about our business as fast as we possibly can. So you're trying to really quickly or in longer form educate people about what it is that you're doing, inspire people to actually act. So you want them to do something, otherwise why would you be talking to them? Even if it's, you know, an elevator moment, you want to tell people because you want them to be engaged and excited about what you're doing. Maybe you want them to buy something. Maybe you want them to know that you exist. You're trying to recruit other people into your circle of knowledge who become your fans. You're trying to find collaborators. So for those of us who have networking moments where we discover that there are folks like us who we'd like to meet and we'd like to play with sometimes, being able to tell our story as quickly as possible is actually really valuable. But it's hard for those of us who are creatives to try and figure out what we're going to talk about ourselves because it is so personal. So I think this is a challenge for all of us. So for a lot of us, it is really difficult to narrow ourselves down into 2 or 3 sentences that say everything about us when it's so passionate for us. So this is more of a challenge than we realize, and how we do that says so much about us. But what sometimes happens is we don't realize what our indecision and our inability to control our own story about ourselves tells to people more than the story that we were told. So getting us to get through this little moment of feeling confident and having 2 or 3 sentences that you always, if somebody asks you at a party or in the grocery store, it comes out of you naturally because you have said it to yourself, you're confident about it, and then you can actually engage with them in a more meaningful way, because the hard part of who am I, because that's basically what people are asking is, who are you? I mean, that's not a simple question for some of us.
Right.
Your elevator.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, most people are asking, who are you in 30 seconds or less?
Right.
And that's really hard to do.
It is. So if you don't practice it, it gets hard. And the more complicated our stories are, the harder it is to tell them quickly, and then people start to glaze over. I mean, the number of times that I've tried to explain, I'm much better at it now, but what's AIR? You know, it's like, well, it's this thing that's all about art and business and community and it's classes. I mean, but for some of you, when you have multiple products and different lines and things going, that's a complicated conversation to have. So getting yourself the confidence to narrow yourself down, not because you have to be that narrow, but so that at least it's a jumping off point for people to know how to engage with you. And to imagine that some of those things probably someone's going to be interested in, no matter who they are. And if they aren't, then who wants to talk to them anyway? You know, I mean, really. Say goodbye and move on. All right, so this is a quick little video, and it is quick. And I'm going to let you watch it, and then we will discuss what happens in this video. You ready?
Your elevator speech is a dialogue, like a game.